Alright guys, welcome back. We got the final week of the date game side quest. Let's take a look at the nodes first. Let's reveal all the champions. The first one is going to be skill. It's either going to be Hawkeye, Falcon, or Winter Soldier. The nodes are not too bad. Shock vulnerability. Thunderstruck, basically, you hit into them as soon as they put a shock on them. You're going to be doing damage. When they throw a special, they're going to be debuff immune afterwards. The second one is Mystic. It's going to be Power Shield and Life Transfer Bubble Shield. Wong, Rintrah, or Mordo. Mordo is probably the most annoying one. And here, Flux Dispersal, Heavy Assault, and it's going to increase they're going to go unblockable and their increased buffs. It's going to either be Hulkbuster, Infamous Iron Man, or Iron Man Infinity War. And last is going to be Sentinel, which we can use Magneto, and you can actually get a Magneto if you've been logging in every day. You can get from Cavalier on, you can get a 5-star Magneto from the selector from today's objective. So you pick that up, you've got an answer for the boss already if you don't have Magneto. Alright. Let's take a look at the first node. I just went with Apocalypse with class advantage. Again, it's really the only deal is you want to be putting debuffs on. So after they throw a special, they're going to become debuff immune, but that's going to be reduced based on how many debuffs you have on them. It actually took a little bit of time on this particular fight. I actually did all the other levels in order to try and figure out which champions are going to pop up for you. This was actually the first time I had a Falcon. So I'd only had the Winter Soldier or Hawkeye beforehand. So right now, not doing a lot of damage. As soon as I finally proc a shock, you could bring a shock champion. Absolutely. That's probably super easy. Bring a shock champion and then you're golden. But here, he's going to be immune for a little bit after he throws a special, but as soon as you actually get the shock on, he has shock vulnerability, and now you can finally start doing damage because you're not going to be able to do like 90% less damage unless you have a shock on them. So really not too bad. Anyone can do the fight. I just went with class advantage. Even the striker can go through the immunity there, and you can still stun them with that. Put another shock on him, and now the fight is over. So if you proc shocks right away, the fight will be over really quickly. Next up, Mordo is probably the most annoying. Rintrah, you just have to remember to knock down. The only combination, it's an interesting combination, it's Power Shield and Life Transfer. So the Life Transfer, normally you do a hit, you gain back health, but you're losing health the whole time. The problem is you can only do damage with specials. So you're going to be losing health until you throw a special. So if I want to throw like a special 2, for example, I'm going to be taking damage until I throw that special 2. Of course, I have to get Mordo here. I forget about his Astral Evade for a second, but it's fine. Mordo, he's very annoying. You kind of want to either time your hits to when his gray timer is getting back to the power gain, or you get him up against the wall, and when he procs the power gain, you go ahead and throw a heavy. But you can see, look at the huge amount of damage that you get from the special, and you get the healing when you throw that special, because it's Power Shield plus Life Transfer, so your specials are going to be healing you back up. Last one here before the boss. They're all metal champions, so if you have Magneto, it'll probably be helpful. I went with Hercules here. Now, I do proc Hulkbuster. He has an unblockable on his special one, but because if you're far away from him, it's going to increase the duration of the unblockable, plus every 10 seconds they're going to get a little unblockable. Plus Heavy Assault is there to give you damage on your heavies, plus it's got the node where you have to knock them down. If you keep getting hits up to 20 on that charge, like the meter at the top, if you get up to 20, you won't be doing any damage. You have to Flux Dispersal, you have to knock them down, like you have to heavy them in order to remove it. So here, I do screw up, but I have the immortality, and I just go ham on him and get him down. You could play it a bit slower. You could pick a Mystic champion to help you with the unblockables, or you could go Magneto and try and shut the whole node down. So there are definitely options there for you. But again, it's Infamous Iron Man Infinity War, who can be annoying, and Hulkbuster. So even someone that can parry non-contact attacks like Angela can help you for Infamous Iron Man and Iron Man Infinity War. Now, we can pretty much ignore the nodes with Magneto for the Sentinel. We're just going to parry heavy. Both of his specials can be countered. You don't want to be actually doing too many hits on him anyway for the node, but it really doesn't matter. Magneto's going to shut everything down. We're just going to parry heavy until special 3, and it's going to take, I think, 15 hits to take him down. So really, really easy. And again, if you've been logging in every day, if you're like Cavalier or higher, you're going to get a 5-star. If you're lower, you can get a 4-star, and I'm sure a 4-star can do this just as easily. So if you want to be able to get the objective for defeating the boss with a solo and class disadvantage, you can easily do it with Magneto and get 2-for-1 objectives this week. I actually went through all this, so after this fight we're going to just drop a big special 3, and then we're going to pick up every single objective, because I just ran through from level 1 to level 5 difficulty, just trying to make sure I could figure out for you what all the champions are and probably what some of the more annoying encounters can be. But the boss, super easy this week. And again, if you don't have Magneto, if you've been logging in, you can get yourself a Magneto. So I'm just going to pick some class for some T5CC, and then I'm going to go and pick up all my rewards for all the objectives for the last week. So I hope that helps, guys. A super easy one, in my opinion. If you have any trouble, as always, leave some comments. Let me know what else you'd like to see on the channel. I'm always open to doing more stuff. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.